Hey everyone, I have some updates regarding Velveteen that I want to share with you. And I also want to address some of the rumors, speculation, and misinformation that I'm seeing online. When that gets out of hand, it could really make what we're trying to do a lot harder. We're working with the authorities, with the proper professionals to figure out how we got here. And I know a lot of you want a lot of information, and I know it's coming from a good place. Just know we're doing everything that we can to get to the bottom of this. Velveteen came back. She was doing great. She was wagging her tail. She was getting a lot of love from all of us. Almost every single member of our team was visiting her and loving on her. It was really hard for all of us to see her in that condition, although she did look even better than she did when Sarah and I and Joe, when we first saw her at the hospital. The next day, she wasn't doing well. First thing in the morning, we noticed that her blood pressure was very low just because of her physical condition. We didn't want to risk it, and we took her right back to the emergency vet, and they unfortunately said that she wasn't looking good. They were worried that there was another mesenteric torsion, and what a mesenteric torsion is when the intestines are twisted so tightly it cuts off the blood flow. I do apologize if I don't explain things medically perfectly. I'm not a veterinarian. And I am so grateful for all the medical attention that she's getting. She's getting every type of specialist you can imagine. She did have to go back into surgery, and we're basically starting all over. And because of that, the conversation was brought up by the surgeon about quality of life. This was devastating news because that same surgeon was very optimistic before, and there was definitely a change in tone. I'm feeling just very hurt that one of our babies got here, It's hard to see my wife, Sarah, so sad and so heartbroken. And this has been very, very hard for us. I do feel like it's also making our team and our community stronger. I think it's important to look at the bright side of things. And I also know that Velveteen is in the best place possible. She's getting 24-hour care. She's with the best doctors and the best vet techs in the world, in my opinion. And I am still very optimistic. She did have another surgery late last night. She got out of surgery at midnight, and the surgery was successful. The doctor was optimistic again. She said that she's doing great, and it was not another mesenteric torsion. Something's going on with her intestines. The first surgery, just so you know, a few days ago, the first surgery, there was a blockage in her intestines, and they pulled out a piece of fabric. They found a piece of fabric that was in her intestines. It was there for over a month. They don't know what it was. They couldn't tell what it was. And that, unfortunately, if she would have been brought into the vet, anytime sooner, we most likely, I cannot say for sure, of course, but we're very confident we wouldn't be in this situation, and there wouldn't have been a mesenteric torsion. So the first surgery, they took out a piece of fabric, but because of how long it was in there, her intestines were all jacked up and messed up. She was not digesting food properly. And they then did the very scary surgery, which is fixing the mesenteric torsion. And it was successful, and we thought it was going to be all green lights ahead. She stayed at the hospital for a couple more days. They said we can come pick her up. She came home, and unfortunately, she's now back in the hospital. She got another surgery. So this is her third surgery. And to get 3 surgeries in that amount of time, in that physical condition, it's just very taxing on anybody, especially a dog like her. What did happen, here are the facts. It is as simple as this. We were sent a couple of posts that were circulating online about Velveteen's physical condition, and the posts were stating that the Asher House, that we adopted her out in this physical condition. And not only that she came to us in a healthy condition and in our while she was with us, right, she then lost more than half her body weight. With photos and proof, we were able to show you and the officers, anyone worth showing, that that was a lie and was not the case. Once we saw those photos, we immediately obviously try to get a hold of the adopter, have been unsuccessful for quite a while. We sent animal control over to the adopter's house. We were told by animal control, I'm not going to go into too much detail, I will eventually, but we were told by the animal control officer that the adopter was very nervous about seeing an animal control officer, was very, very nervous, and stated that he's not sure how Velveteen got sick, that he was going to take her to the vet. And then I will say the animal control officer gave us some very concerning information that we are investigating. And I can only leave it at that for now. As soon as the animal control officer left, the adopter took Velveteen to a nearby veterinarian. We were able to locate Velveteen at this veterinarian, and there is where the adopter immediately relinquished Velveteen back to us. He signed the paperwork. It was literally right there in the lobby, in front of the staff, and they were delighted that Velveteen was back in our care. We then took her to the specialist where she got fluids. Once she was hydrated enough and they felt she was healthy enough to get surgery, that's where they performed the surgery, found the blockage, removed the blockage. Then shortly after that, I believe the next day, did another surgery to help fix her intestines. One thing that I want to mention that is very unfortunate and nerve-wracking, to say the least. The animal hospital did let us know that people were calling the hospital impersonating Asher House employees. That is very concerning. They were calling from unknown numbers, anonymous numbers, and we don't know if this is connected, but this is just a very odd rhythm of events here. And we're investigating everything. Our focus right now is letting the professionals in every area do their job while we can do all that we can. We just want Velveteen healthy. As parents, as people who love our dogs more than anything in the world, we really we're not looking for justice like everybody is saying in the comments. And I hear your passion. I feel your passion. I know where it's coming from, and it's coming from a good place. We really just want Velveteen to be home, to be healthy, to be happy, and to live a beautiful life. Of course, I've seen people say, please don't adopt her out. Of course not. Velveteen will be a part of our life and a part of our pack forever. I keep envisioning and in some ways manifesting just taking her to the beach. She was one of the dogs that I never took to the beach, and I just keep praying that I get to do that with her. And it's going to be a long road. I know that we'll get through this. I really can't thank you all enough as a community for rallying with me, and we are so grateful for the support that you all show us. And we just are taking it one step at a time. You have to understand, we're navigating through this while operating a massive animal sanctuary. And nothing's changing, right? As we navigate through this, we're still present with our team. We still are present with our dogs. We still have other dogs going to the vet, other medical needs animals, and we still are doing intakes, and we have a lot on our plate, and we're getting through it, and we're really grateful to be able to go through it with this community. So thank you to all of you for being there. Once again, thank you to all of the doctors and everyone who's taking care of Velveteen. And thank you to all of you for your generosity. For those of you who are here and have shown up whenever we needed to help support Velveteen through this. This is a very hard road on every level. It's taxing emotionally, especially for her. I can't imagine. She's probably so confused. Physically, I really don't know how she's doing it with the way that she looks right now. And financially, this has been a fortune. This is really heavy. This is really heavy stuff. No one should ever have to experience this kind of doubt, this kind of fear, this kind of heartbreak. We're supposed to trust each other. There are so many amazing animal rescues out there, just like ours, who loves their animals the way that we do. You know, they love their dogs, the ones that they adopt out. You see my videos, I'm keeping this one, I'm keeping this one. I really want to keep them all. Velveteen was one that I really wanted to keep, you know, and we just want to do what's best for our animals. So when something like this happens, it just hurts everybody, you know. It's a ripple effect. And I know that it then creates fear for other animal rescues. We're going to keep learning from this and keep growing from this. And I really can't thank you all enough for, again, your love, your support, and for the people who donated towards Velveteen's medical expenses. It means so much to us. It means so much to us. Please try to have an understanding of what we're able to get into and how we're trying to protect the organization. The fact that people are calling me with the information that the animal control officer gave us, which is quite disturbing, combined with some other things, our focus is gathering evidence and protecting our animals and protecting our team. And that's all I can say right now. I love you and have a beautiful day.